right, there we go. All right. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Recent Releases. Today I'm going to talk about Send Help. And yes, this is another day where I had a chance to see the movie before I have to go to work. And what was interesting about this one is a lot of January horror movies get slammed by critics, and I think only Return to Silent Hill got bad reviews, which I didn't get to see that one. But Send Help is pretty good. It's a setup you've seen before, but with Sam Raimi's style infused in it, which I was looking forward to because I like Sam Raimi stuff. I like Evil Dead. I like Drag Me to Hell. So it makes sense that I'd be interested in seeing this movie. And the plot of the movie is that Rachel McAdams plays the timid but hardworking office employee who she gets passed off for a promotion by her boss, who's played by Dylan O'Brien, who his dad ran the company, but now he runs it. He could really care less and just a general jerk overall. And he passes her over for the promotion that she was supposed to get. And then he decides to give her a chance to prove herself, because there's just some stuff about her that he doesn't like she's a little awkward and not always the most personable person. So he decides to bring her on this business trip so she can solve this problem that they have to kind of prove her worth. And of course their plane crashes and they both get stranded on this deserted island. And from there it's a shift of power dynamics, because she is a survivalist nerd. She watches Survivor. She's read a lot of wildlife books, so she knows how to take care of herself in this situation, and he doesn't. So you have a lot of scenes of her pulling her weight, doing more than him, and obviously him not being used to being in a more submissive position because he's used to being in charge. So there's a lot of that in the movie too, and it's played very well because Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien are really good in this. Especially Rachel McAdams, I give her credit because, I mean, she's one of those actresses that can play basically anything. In this, you do feel sorry for her, especially at the beginning when she's passed up for this and she's playing this awkward person, and she pulls it off pretty well. And Dylan O'Brien he's very believable as this just a-hole of a boss. And obviously they're trying to survive and work together, and the power dynamic is different on the island, and other story beats happen, and I won't get into spoilers, but there's a lot of positives to this. Like I said, it's one of those that it does take a premise you've seen before, but it does play it in a way that it is a little bit different. It's kind of like a dark comedy in a lot of ways. Like, there's a lot of darkly funny scenes and some little bit of suspense, some horror in there. I mean, because it's Sam Raimi, so of course there's going to be a little bit of each of those in this. Yeah, the movie really shines and revels in its dark comedy and just different ways that these two are trying to survive. And there are also some very gripping moments that there was one moment that had me wincing because I was like, oh my goodness, are they going in this specific direction? Like, oh my God. So I had a moment like that, which it's pretty, it's hard to, when you watch a lot of movies, it's hard to kind of get you going like that. And I definitely felt that at one point during the movie. There's a certain scene where I was kind of like, oh my God, God, are they actually doing this like that? If I had any criticisms of the movie, they're pretty minor. I would say that kind of early on in the movie, I kind of had a hunch what the twist was going to be, and I was right. Like there is a twist in this movie, and it more or less played out the way I thought. Like, I thought maybe some more stuff would happen, or I was like, okay, so like this is going to end up being this, and then that's going to be that. So I was like, okay. So I could sort of see where it was going from there, but it didn't make for like, okay, can we just hurry up and get to the reveal? Like, I was never bored just like, waiting for it to happen. No, I was thoroughly entertained through this. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happens with them trying to survive, and the power shift between the two of them, and it makes for a really fun time if you like this kind of thing. Like this is a Sam Raimi thriller. Like, so if you've seen stuff like Drag Me to Hell and Evil Dead, you'll probably like this movie. If you are not really a fan of his sensibilities, I don't know what you think going into this. This might be a more grounded film in some respects for Sam Raimi. Not grounded like A Simple Plan is, but it's like, you know, below Evil Dead and Drag Me to Hell, but above A Simple Plan. So somewhere in that range in terms of like, how much Sam Raimi stuff do you want, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, but overall, I had a good time with this movie. I definitely say it's worth seeing. If I had to give it a grade, I'd say it's a B+, only because I kind of had a hunch what the twist was going to be, and I was right. And I was hoping it was going to surprise me a little bit more. But, you know, what are you going to do? But still a really good time. Like, between this and Primate, like, this was a good month for January thrillers and horror movies for the most part. Yeah, this January wasn't too bad at all. Hopefully I can have a chance to see a couple of the other movies. I know Shelter's out, and I know that oh, what's the other one? I think it's yeah, I know it's like Shelter and like H is for Hawk, The Testament of Ann Lee. There's a lot of stuff out that I might not have the chance to see, but I'm hoping I can at least see, oh, Iron Lung. That's the one I'm hoping to see. If I can get a day off here, I'll definitely go see Iron Lung, and maybe Shelter if I have time. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.